Welcome back to another week of the weekly Forex forecast. So last week, there's some announcement that was made that make us have the stronger US dollar. There is not enough economic activity last week for that volatility we saw in that market. What brings about the volatility is the announcement where the US President Donald Trump on Thursday said that his proposed 25% tariff on Mexican and Canadian goods will take effect on Tuesday, alongside with an extra 10% duty on Chinese imports. And the reason is because deadly drugs are pouring into the US from those countries, from Mexico and then Canada. So that is a fresh 10% tariff from China. So all this, if you the consequence of this is that US dollar will be strong and most of other currency will be weak. And then you saw that happening. You saw gold last week. You saw that gold become weaker. You saw the BTC too. All the safe havens currency become weaker. If you take oil too, oil becomes weaker. And then the US dollar is at the center of the world economy. So what they said or they propose, they get to affect other countries. So that's it. We will now saw the US dollar strength last week. And then if you check the DSY, previously we have a break below this low. There's a break below here, and then there's also a break below this particular low. So which we are anticipating for more downside movement. And then after that announcement, we saw price rejecting at that particular level, and then there is a break above this level to the upside. So the tariff will take effect on the 4th of March, that is a Tuesday. So which means that for the next couple of days we can still have US dollar strength playing out in the market, and this has shown us. And one of the reasons is that, as you can see price close above that demand level. So something happened previously. This is a demand level that actually turned to supply. This is a demand level, and then price respect the demand here and got rejected, but didn't create a new high. Come back and break this demand, come to this level. So probably last week, so I was thinking that okay, we'll have a rejection at this level to the upside, and we'll start selling the US dollar. But the announcement proved us wrong, and then we have the US dollar above this level right here. So it's come back to stay above the demand level in the higher time frame. And if you check the daily time frame, this level is a very, very strong level. So what are we looking at from the US dollar? So from what the DSY is showing us, if the price is still stay above this level, there is no choice than you should look for a retracement and then a rejection back to 108. So probably that is a higher percentage probability that DSY is going back to 108. That is at this previous high right here. And then for me, putting this trend line, as you can see this pattern right here. For me, you can still see the DSY coming back above 109 in the next couple of days, and then subsequently we can see have a breakout, because if you check this pattern, this pattern is very prone to breakouts, to be on a sincerity side. So let's see, it's very, very prone to breakouts right here, and then we'll see a stronger US dollar in the next couple of weeks or months. As you can see, this level has a higher probability of a breakout, because this is a pattern right here. This is a pattern, as you can see, and once the pattern is fulfilled, is corrected, and then we have probably maybe a retracement, we can have a break of that pattern to the upside. So that is what is likely to happen at that particular area, because as you can see, this is an impulsive move and a retracement, impulsive retracement, impulsive retracement, retracement, impulsive, then a deep retracement, as you can see. And if you measure the deep retracement, let's use the Fibonacci retracement to measure it's like that level is a 70 something, that's 78.6 level, as you can see. So this is a deep retracement at 78.6 level, which you might see price, and as you can see, it bounced from the 78.6 level. So this level 78.6, and then we see a rejection, and it is close above 61.8 level. Sure you understand? So the moment we see price above the 50% level, there is no other option than we'll see price above this 0% level. That is the high probability we're having. So I think we should be watching out for the US dollar trend for the next couple of weeks and days, but we can't rule out the possibility of a pullback, which is likely to happen around there. So putting it in the 4-hour time frame, if you want to see the possibility of pullback here, then you should be waiting for price to, probably this high has been invalidated, so you'll be looking for price to come back here, and then we'll see price getting rejected at this particular level to the upside. So if you are just joining this channel for the first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ambafx, where I bring you the latest insights in the world of forex market, the technical and fundamental analysis. Do well to subscribe, like, and share. So before I go to the individual currency, let's check the economic activities of next week, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So that's the only way you can help, and then you can give me motivation to be doing this every week, you get. And then we have a copy trading service that is going on right now, so the link will be in the description. It's been profitable so far with over 200% return on the investment, like over 200% return on investment. So if you want to join, just click the link. You see the copy trading link, join, deposit minimum of $100 and watch your account grow every week. And remember, don't borrow money to join. Manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM, you get ISM manufacturing PMI from the US dollar. And then Wednesday we have the Australian GDP report, Swiss franc CPI report, ADP non-farm implementing, where this one will mostly give us clue about what is going to happen at the NFPD. Another one that will give us clue is unemployment claims on Thursday, to give us claim hint on what's going to happen on Friday. So then on Friday we have the biggest news of the month, which is the non-farm employment change, and then it is forecast that the Canada employment rate will reduce, employment change will reduce from 76,000 to 17,000. So probably from Monday to Thursday we should see Canadian dollar weakness, and then unemployment rate is forecast to shoot from 6.6 to 6.7, and then on the other side in the US dollar it is expected to increase. So the unemployment rate is expected to stay at 4%, and the employment change is expected to grow from 143k to 156k. So that's all we have on the economic activities for next week. So the most important one is the NFP, and then Monday to Friday, if you can actually, is very good. Any opportunity you see on US dollar, Canadian dollar, you buy. That is my expo for next week. Any retracement you see on US dollar, Canadian dollar, just buy, like keep buying, buy into the retracement. So I think that's the pair I see that I have like 90% assurance of it playing out. So let's go to the individual currency. So let's check gold. Gold, we saw last week that gold keeps on falling, you know, after this is Thursday. So it started falling on Thursday after the announcement. As you can see, this is Thursday. We saw it breaking this particular level, though it has been falling before. Since we are on Tuesday, it fell back to 2008, and then it retraced back Then on Wednesday it fell back to this support, but on Thursday we now saw the break of this particular support. So what are we looking at on gold? For me, I think we are still in a sell environment on gold, so probably you should wait for a deep pullback. So if you check this pattern to this pattern sell said, we should probably look for a pullback to this area and then a rejection back to this downside that will actually break the 2080 back to 2814. And then another thing that might affect gold, that we might see gold breaking this to the upside, is if Zelensky didn't go back to the White House and then they fix how they are going to stop the war. Then you can see gold breaking 2008 back. But if you go back to the White House, you should start seeing gold falling, because that's one of the reasons why you see a strong gold before. It's one of the reasons. That is that the Russian-Ukraine war, and people are putting their money on safe assets like gold. So probably if it's not going to go back and if the war continue, we'll see gold breaking above 2008. But if he makes efforts to probably maybe stop the war, then we should see it breaking, rejecting at this particular level back to the upside. But on a technical level, this is where I'm looking to sell gold from, this particular area 2008-82. That's where I'm looking to sell gold to the downside. So watch how it react to that area. So the next pair I want to check is GBP US dollar. So if you check the daily time frame, you see what I'm actually looking at. So you can see GBP USD has break this level to the upside, and for me, I believe that this level, this particular trend line is very slopey, and we might just see a rejection and a break to the downside with what we are seeing on the DSY. So that's a probability of breaking. But if you just want to view it on a technical basis, so you go to the 4-hour time frame, and then you'll see that here there should be a rejection at this area. That is probably what we actually see right here, because there's a break of this resistance, and then price probably come back, and then we'll see a rejection. But one more thing you have to look out for: if there's a rejection here and the price didn't break this high, just know that this level is going to break, and then we'll see a GBP USD tanked back to 1.21055. I will repeat myself: if this price rejected and then we didn't get to see a break of this particular high right here, then just know that price is going to break this, and then we have to break this structure and come back, and then started seeing the GBP US dollar falling. So take note of that. So the next pair I want to check is Euro US dollar. For me, I believe Euro US dollar will still do a deep pullback probably on Monday. This is where I'm looking to sell. A pullback back to the supply and a sell setup back to 1.0266. So this is what I'm actually looking at on Euro USD. So I want to see a deep pullback back to this supply level, and then a rejection at this. So I'll be selling at this supply level back to the downside. And then if probably maybe there is no rejection here, like price didn't reject, then probably I'll be waiting for I might not even trade it, you get, because if there is no point in entering a sell at this area and putting your stop loss here, where price can come and hit it and then still reject. So if there is no retracement, I'm actually leave this alone and not actually trade it. Moving on, we have AUD US dollar. For me, AUD US dollar, I'll be waiting for a deep pullback to this level. Actually, let's change this thing to this level to actually for a deep pullback and a rejection to the downside. And putting a Fibonacci retracement in the weekly time frame, you see that level is at 50% Fibonacci retracement level. You get, and then you should have a pullback around that particular area. So let's see how it goes. So this is the right way to draw the Fibonacci. I made a mistake previously, but it's still at 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So let's see 50%, and then this is 61.2, but this is the level I'm looking at. If the price didn't reject at 50% Fibonacci retracement level, because that is where the supply is, then probably I will leave it for now and then probably not trade it. So I'm looking for price to retrace back to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and then we'll have a self setup that will break and then invalidate that low. So it's all about waiting game. So you just have to wait for the analysis to play out. Here too, on Monday might be a pretty big pullback day where we can see price retracing back to all the supply level, and then we'll see a bearish setup. So any retracement you see is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup back to 0.55111. That is 55511. So I'm waiting for retracement 2 on as in the USD. So moving on to US dollar JPY. As you can see, US dollar JPY is above this very strong support level. As you can see, this level is very, very strong. So which means that I'm looking for a buying opportunity. So an opportunity might be taken in any time frame if you see a considerable stop loss. So I still believe that this equal low might be taken out, and then we'll see price coming back to this particular area, and then we'll see a bullish setup back to 151,763. But any movement that break this level is no longer a buy setup. Yeah, so this is what I'm actually looking at to happen in the market. You get, so for price to just come here, and then we'll see. So if we put what is it called, trend line there, you'll see that probably we might be right at some point. So still waiting for this equal to get broken, and then price come back here, and then we'll see a rejection. So I'll be waiting here to see what US dollar JPY have in store. You get, so I'm still waiting for a pullback and then a bullish setup, go back to this particular area, and the bullish setup that will break this high, and then the next target is 151,763. Moving on, we have US dollar Swiss franc, and then there's a break of this structure to the upside, and then there's an equal low around this area as well. So this area, so which means I'm waiting for price to come here, break this, and then we'll see a rejection at this level to the upside, where the target is 0.9049. Yes, so that's the target right there. So I'm waiting for the pullback back to this area, and a bullish setup back to 0.90494. So that's that about that on AUD Swiss franc. So I'm waiting for a sell setup, you get, but that sell setup I'm waiting for should come around this area, which means that you should wait for a pullback, a deep pullback back to this level, and then you can pull your sell trigger from that particular level to the downside, you get. And if there are two levels around this area, so if this one did not hold for a sell setup, well, I believe that we might see a deep pullback to that particular area, and then we have a rejection to the downside. So on AUD JPY, if you check the higher time frame, this is where the next demand level is, and then this is a sell setup as well, but you wait for a pullback. So for me, I believe that we can see the AUD JPY retrace back to this area, and then we'll have a rejection to the downside that will actually break or invalidate that low. So any retracement you see back to 94325, it's an opportunity to look for a bearish setup that will break this particular low right there. So on Canadian dollar JPY2, I'm looking for a sell setup or a deep pullback as well, because as you can see, you have so many break of structure low break, structure low break, structure low break, and then there is what we call equal high around this area. We price might take it out, then probably maybe reject at this area or reject at this area. You get, so there's still it's still confusing around this area. Like, I'm still confused, but to me, I think that the pullback should extend to this particular area before we see a rejection. You get, so, and if it stopped at this area too, we'll find our entry if price stay below this at this particular area. But I believe that price should come back here. Yeah, price should come back here and they give us a bearish rejection to the downside. You get, and then we'll have a break of this low to the downside. So that's what I'm actually looking at on the Canadian dollar JPY. So guys, these are the pairs on my watch list for next week. So do have to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to check the description box for the brokers link. We have a verified broker, that is HFM, there with $5 minimum deposit, no withdrawal issue, and the deposit issue. And there's a link to Profem there. The first one is funded next. We have 5% as, and then we have top one, which is the last one. But I highly recommend the 5% as and then the funded net. So join our copy trading with the link in the description box. Don't forget to trade safely. Have a trading journal where you journal your trade, and then if you need video about a trading journal, you'll see the video up here, or search the video in my YouTube channel about how to create your trading journal. So stay safe, guys. Don't forget to trade safely. Have a lovely weekend ahead.